Ladies and gentlemen, James Lane here. This is episode 113 of the American Reveille Podcast. How you guys doing tonight? What's up? Where you guys at? Where you guys going? I know where we're going, and it's right down the rabbit hole. You know why? Major, Biden's dog, just bit another person. That's twice. You know what I think, folks? Come here. I want to tell you what I think. You ready? I think Major's a Trump supporter. That's right, folks. I think Major's a Trump supporter because only a smart dog would bite two people working with Biden, all right, with the evil leftist socialist agenda. So good boy. Next on the American Reveille Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you guys doing? Episode 113. We're talking about Biden's dog again, Major. All right. Since I'm going to just proclaim something, all right, I'm going to proclaim it. I'm just proclaiming it. I'm saying it out loud. Woo! Scream it from the mountaintops, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Biden's dogs bit two people. If any of our dogs did that, all right, the cops would be taking our dogs away, or they'd be trying to put our dogs to sleep. All right. So since that kind of stuff doesn't happen and they have elite privileged dogs, I get to have fun and talk crap and make up whatever stories and say however I want. We're going to read the news, obviously. But between you and me, if I say Biden's dog's a Trump supporter and he's undercover biting people at the White House, all right, getting one in, like The Patriot. You remember the movie The Patriot? Right. You remember when Mel Gibson, right, he steals Cornwallis's Great Danes off the supply truck or whatever, and then he retrains the Great Danes and then returns the dogs. Right. And then the dogs act like fools and come back to Mel Gibson, and it really pisses off damn that man, damn him. You remember that ridiculous? I love that movie, The Patriot. It's an awesome freaking movie. I feel like Trump. All right, here's what happened. I think the first time he bit somebody, and then they said, but Biden says, send him to Delaware. Send him to Delaware. We got to get him trained. Call somebody. So they called this place up, and it's this dog training place. And this guy's on the other line. It's like, beep. And it's like, yeah, I've got an excellent dog facility. It's the top one, the best, the most beautiful, top notch. Listen, I can't do a good Donald Trump. That's the difference between me and Steven Crowder. The only difference is that I can't do a Donald Trump impression. That and probably like millions of dollars and, like 20 years of experience, all kinds of stuff that I don't have. Anyway, listen. All right. I think he sent Major off to Delaware. Trump intercepted Major and trained him himself. He trained him to sniff out the evil that is the left and take a bite out of crime. Yeah. No, that probably didn't happen either. All right. Again, it's funny. I'm making that up. It's entertainment. All right. This is Joshua Kaplan. All right. He wrote this article. This is Breitbart. This isn't made up. This is actually an article. All right. This is actually an article. By the way, Joe, I want to tell you something, Joe. If you would have, all right, just given like your dog is probably stressed out. Maybe he's stressed. Maybe he has anxiety. Right. If your dog could speak, right, he would say, man, if I was a human, right, first, I wouldn't bite people because then I'd be in jail. But since I'm the president's dog, I can do whatever I want. But since I'm a human for a day, I feel really crappy about everything. I'm sitting here in the lefty White House while you guys plot the destruction of the only, freest country on the planet. And it makes me, want to poop on the carpet and then rub my ass and scoot on it. When your dog's just doing the ass scoot on the carpet. Yeah, that's what the dog is saying. So he's saying, listen, man, just give me some CBD oil. If I had some of this ancient life oil, this pure CBD oil, this amazing 100% THC free CBD oil that takes away my stress, anxiety, aches, and pains, I wouldn't be biting people. And Joe said, who? And he said, man, ancientlifeoil.com. I'm a dog. Why am I giving you a website, Joe? Get your shit together. Oops, I guess it's not PG anymore. Listen, the dog said go to ancientlifeoil.com before he bites you. Get yourself an amazing product made in America, put together here, pressed together here, ready to go, put into this coconut oil mixture that tastes good. You put it under the tongue, you swallow it down, you do it twice a way. Aches, pain, stress, and anxiety go away. Oh my. Ancientlifeoil.com, ANCIENT lifeoil.com. I think they even sell some products for the dogs. You should take a look. All right. I've used the product right here. See, I've got it. I take it. Ancient Life Oil. It's really great stuff. I use it here, but I haven't used their animal products, but I think they do. I remember seeing them on there, but take a look. Check it out. Ancientlifeoil.com. Use the promo code James, ancientlifeoil.com. Promo code James, free shipping and handling. All right. Try it out. If you really liked my transition, give it a shot. I worked really hard just now to improv Joe Biden's dog telling you to take CBD oil if he was a human, not scooting his butt on the carpet. So he would really appreciate it. And so would I. AncientLifeOil.com. Help us keep our sponsors, all right? They're actually bringing money into us for once, and we're able to do these contests and build these things up. I told you in the last episode about the sticker contest and everything else. Having that sponsor is a great help. And like I told you when we were starting up, I wouldn't have a sponsor if I didn't try and use their product myself. AncientLifeOil.com, promo code James, free shipping and handling. If you really aren't convinced, stick around at the end of the episode for a 2 or 3 minute video I put together on Ancient Life Oil. I will change your mind. AncientLifeOil.com, promo code James, free shipping and handling. Report. All right. Joe Biden's dog Major involved in a second biting incident. And I swear to you, if you aren't following me on Gab, on Parler, all right, all over the place, on Odyssey, on YouTube, on Rumble, if you aren't following me, I'm going to come through the screen and I'm going to bite you too. All right, no, I'm not going to bite you, but go into the description section. It just takes 2 seconds. Do that favor for me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, my patriot compadre. Joshua Kaplan, like I said, he wrote this article. Joe Biden's dog, he's biting liberal lefties. Whoop-de, whoop-de, woo. One of the Biden family dogs, a 3-year-old German Shepherd named Major, was involved in a second biting incident at the White House, according to a Tuesday afternoon report. CNN wrote, oh, great, CNN wrote it, so you know it's true. The incident, which involved a National Park Service employee, took place on the White House South Lawn on Monday afternoon. The employee was working at the time and needed to stop in order to receive treatment from the White House medical unit. Asked about this latest episode, First Lady Jill Biden's press secretary, she gets a press secretary? Michael La Rosa told CNN, yes, Major nipped someone on the walk. Out of an abundance of caution, the individual was seen by the White House medical unit and returned to work. So, by National Park Service employee, they mean person mowing the lawn. On March 8th, maybe, Major first found himself in the doghouse. I see what you did there, Breitbart. Ha, ha, ha. Well, Joshua Kaplan, I see what you did there, sir. On March 8th, Major first found himself in the doghouse. Ha, ha. That reminds me of a Red Fox joke. What was it? The Confucius jokes. Do you remember those from Red Fox? Well, if you don't, you're about to hear one. Confucius say, you put a man in the doghouse long enough, you might find that man in the cat house. I probably screwed it up. I probably did, but it's still pretty funny. It's still pretty funny. Don't tell my wife I said that. She'll slap me. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, she downplayed the injury as minor, saying the incident was due to Major getting acclimated to his new home. The German Shepherd was surprised by an unfamiliar person, Psaki added. I think that's how Psaki is with anybody in her life. She looks antisocial, like she has no friends, and probably would be surprised by any unfamiliar people. Following the incident, both Major and Champ, the Biden's other German Shepherd, were sent to the president's hometown of Wilmington, Delaware, but later returned to the White House. Earlier this March, President Biden called Major a sweet dog. And he said he was undergoing training, like I said, all right? Just like those memes you see where it's like, reporter Ronald Crump returns to the White House. And it's like Donald Trump with a mustache. Donald Trump with a mustache. And intercepted the dogs like Mel Gibson. I keep wanting to call him William Wallace from Braveheart, but it's not, all right? But Mel Gibson from The Patriot, all right? Taking Cornwallis's dogs and training them. I think Donald Trump took Biden's dogs and trained them to basically sniff out anybody unpatriotic and un-American. That's probably what happened. Quote, all right? Quote, you ready? You turn a corner and there's two people you don't know at all, and Major moves to protect, said Biden. But he's a sweet dog. 85% of the people here, that's a weird number, right? 85%. Did he calculate that number? Did he make it up? Did he send a survey out to 176 people, and 85.1% said they like the dog, and he rounded down? He's pulling that number right out of his tushy. Quote, he just, all he does is lick him and wag his tail. But I realize some people understandably are afraid of dogs to be... Your dog bit somebody, and they had to get, like, stitches. What are you talking about? Oh, my God. Biden's an incoherent, rambling fool. However, as CNN previously reported, Major's known to display agitated behavior on multiple occasions, including jumping, barking, and charging at staff and security. I just imagine like a Secret Service agent coming around the corner and you hear like, like a snorting, like a bull, like, and he looks, right? He looks down like a dusty White House corridor. And in the distance, he sees a silhouette. He can't tell. The sun is glaring in his eyes. And all of a sudden, he hears trumpets. He sees a tumbleweed roll by. And all of a sudden, the bull stomps a foot back, snarls, and charges. It's Major. It's Major. You turn a corner and there's people afraid of... What do you mean afraid of dogs? If your dogs are biting people, they shouldn't be at the White House. I don't want anything bad to happen to your dogs, Joe. All right? I feel like, by the way, listen, stop me if I'm wrong. All right? And this is entertainment. All right? This is a joke. I'm saying this beforehand. So nobody kicks in my door and zip ties a black bag around my head at 3 a.m. U.S. government, I would appreciate if you don't do that. All right. I'm a nice guy. Listen. All right. Anybody at all that would have their dog in the public space, all right, bite two people, their dog would be put to sleep. I propose, since Joe Biden's dog has bitten two people, not that he's put to sleep, all right? I don't even think I can say that. And that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I think that every time his dog bites somebody, he should have a psychological evaluation and then be placed in a small, tiny cage with just a small bowl of water for 24 hours, like he's a dog being punished. He does it to kids in cages at the borders anyway, right? So that's how ridiculous this whole thing is. This shouldn't even be a story. Right. But it's frustrating because we're all animal lovers. Right. Like, I don't like Biden. I don't believe in Joe Biden. If anybody does, they obviously have the wrong idea of how to make this country work and how to help people around the world, because Joe Biden's hurting people. All right. Killing people. There are children drowning in the Rio Grande. That's on Joe Biden's hands. That blood is on his hands. All right. So this shouldn't even be a thing. But at the same time, we don't want to see the dogs get hurt. We don't want anything bad to happen. They're dogs. They're innocent in this. Nobody. The dogs didn't choose at birth to end up with a horrible family like the Biden family, crackheads and dead brother, widow, sex people, and cousins in the shower and drugs and dementia patients, super controlling women that make you call them doctor when their PhD is in underwater basket weaving. You know, that whole thing. Great family. The dogs didn't choose to be with their family, so why should the dogs be punished? They're terrified. Biden must smell like mothballs and dementia medication on a 24-hour basis, if not smelling like piss, diapers, and colostomy bags. The dog's traumatized. He's obviously traumatized by probably having to see Joe Biden naked at some point. That's what probably did it. Look, it says Major was adopted by the Biden family in 2018. All right. I think we should adopt dogs. I think it's good to take dogs out of shelters. Bill Burr has a funny bit on that. If you want to know, go look it up. It's really good. But at the end of the day, this is more example of privilege. This is more example of the special treatment you get as an elite in this country. Joe Biden's dogs have been, menacing people. They're probably not getting enough attention. They're probably not getting to play enough. They're probably, and they probably weren't before. All right. Again, like I said, I just want to extend my deepest condolences, not even condolences, my deepest sympathies. That's more like it. I'm going to send my heart out, my prayers and my love to Major and Champ. All right. Nobody asked you. They never asked you to be Joe Biden's dogs. Nobody gave you a choice, just like gender. Nobody asked you what gender of dog you wanted to be or what kind of dog you wanted to be. And so I can't blame you. I can't blame you for biting liberals, Major. And that is episode 113, all right? We got to move on anyway. There's only so much I can blab about this dog. I hope nothing happens to the dog, but obviously there's no training involved. Obviously the dog is going to learn, and obviously the dog can't stay at the freaking White House. Or maybe you don't feed the dog for a few days and then you lock the dog in the Oval Office with Biden. I don't know. Anyway, I've seen Game of Thrones way too many times. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the show, please leave a 5-star rating if you're listening on Apple Podcasts. Please follow, please subscribe, please share, please like, please comment. Comment! I need you to comment, like, subscribe, share, do the whole nines. Talk about the American Reveille. Tell me what you liked about this podcast, all right? Listen, if you know WordPress, if you're a copywriter, if you do social media marketing and create marketing campaigns, I need your help. This is a paid gig. Email me, jameslane@AmericanReveille.com, all right? If you are a blogger, all right, or you're looking to start a blog, or you're a younger person that wants to run a conservative blog under an ulterior personality, an alternative, not ulterior personality, give me an email. Send it over, jameslane@AmericanReveille.com. We have so many plans for expansion, so many plans for movement, so many things coming up in the near future, and I just want to thank you guys so much for your support, so much for the push. We've been here over a year now. We couldn't have done it without you. The sticker competition's coming up. The street team stuff's coming up. Big ad campaigns are coming up. All kinds of awesome stuff. All right. Just had a meeting with the trademark attorney this morning. Good stuff. Thank you guys so much. All right. And I will totally see you on the next episode. Before you do that, though, do me a favor. All right. Stick around just for a minute or two and watch the quick ad I put together for Ancient Life Oil. All right. AncientLifeOil.com, ANCIENT lifeoil.com. That's awesome CBD oil. I use it myself. AncientLifeOil.com. All right. Shipping and handling. Don't want to pay it? No problem. Promo code James. Pop that in. Free shipping and handling. AncientLifeOil.com. Get it today. Stick around just for a couple minutes and you can watch why I love that product so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. And until the next episode, be well, be awesome, and I will be rooting for you. Bye. Let me get your attention for a second. I want to tell you about something. I want to share something with you that's very near and dear to me. All right, guys, I have joint pain. I'm sure it's no secret by now. All right. I have joint pain, hip pain, I have elbow pain, I have inflammation. All right. I get stressed out. I'm going through so much political news doing this podcast, so much. You can imagine how stressful that is, all right? How much anxiety that can cause, how many sleepless nights I have. But folks, I've been taking CBD oil for a while now, all right, for a while now, and it's fantastic. And a while ago, just a little while ago, I came across Ancient Life Oil, all right, and I got it from ancientlifeoil.com, and this stuff is fantastic, all right. It's the best source, the best and most trusted source for CBD oil in the United States. It's 100% pure, it's 100% THC free, no psychoactive effects, no high, nothing like that, just pure CBD, pure relief from all of those issues, relief from sleeplessness, relief from anxiety, relief from stress, from inflammation, right? Relief from joint pain, relief from all of these things that could really hinder your daily life, your daily activities, really put you in a bad place. This stuff lifts your mood up. It's fantastic. All right, it's legal in all 50 states. People are really experiencing wonderful change in their life, basically doing something that people have been doing for thousands of years, guys. If you head to ancientlifeoil.com, ancientlifeoil.com, the same place I went, all right, the same place I went to get the stuff, you can go on there, use promo code James, James, at ancientlifeoil.com, ANCIENT, Life Oil, ANCIENT, lifeoil.com, promo code James, James, promo code James, free shipping and delivery, folks, free shipping and delivery. Guys, this is a great product. You are missing out if you need to do CBD and you're just not doing it for some reason, guys. I don't know what's stopping you anymore. It's 2021. Folks, if you want relief from these issues, you want to do it in a natural way without taking medications, you want to do it in a way that's helpful. I have found CBD oil to be very beneficial, and I believe it will be very beneficial for you as well. So one more time, ancientlifeoil.com, ANCIENT, lifeoil.com, promo code James, free shipping and delivery, folks. Give it a shot. I really, really know it'll make you a believer,